Greetings folks, it's Sarah with Obadiah's, and today I am at the Teba factory in Kayseri, Turkey, and I am in their showroom, and I want to show you guys the model, the TKS-15. Now this model is super unique because it's going to be the only three-sided glass cook stove available in North America. You can see right here, it's got the panels on each side of the stove as well as the front. This is going to be a wood cook stove model only. It is not capable of burning coal like some of the other Teba models are. And this model is actually also available only in black. No other color options because the stove just gets too hot to be able to paint the stove a color. Now, other Teba models do have color options available. However, again, this TKS-15, which has the biggest glass door, the biggest glass viewing area, is only available in black. Now, as of this point, it is 2022. These models are not UL listed for North America, so if you have homeowners insurance, please check with your insurance company prior to making a purchase to make sure there is no issues there. I want to give you guys a general product overview on this model. This is going to be a wood cook stove. Your baking oven is located on the top of the unit. Inside the baking oven, it is going to be fully gasketed, and you have 4 levels for your oven baking. It's going to come standard with one enamel pan. If you would like to bake more than one thing at a time, you will need to order an additional oven rack. Located inside the firebox, you can see this beautiful big door, nice glass viewing area. The door is fully gasketed. Inside the firebox, this is going to be a primarily steel stove. You do have a steel grate and steel lining that goes around to keep the logs in place in the firebox from rolling from the front or the sides so that you don't break any of your glass. Located at the front is going to be your removable ash pan. Your oven clean out right here is going to be located right on the top of the stove here. This oven gets plenty hot for baking pizza. Actually, the first time that I saw this stove in operation, it was baking pizza, and it was some of the best pizza I've ever had. So plenty hot baking temperatures. You do have air outlet right here, which is going to push that natural convection air out the front of the unit. Located at the rear of the stove is actually going to be our secondary damper control, and pulled out is going to be wide open, and pushed in will be fully closed. And then again, we do have our primary damper control located here on the bottom. So when you're facing the front of the stove, if it is pushed all the way to the left, that's going to be wide open. Pulled towards the right is going to be closed. When starting your fire, you always want both damper controls to be wide open. So one other note on this Teba TKS is it actually does have an outside air connection into the rear of the stove as well. It's going to be a 4-inch outlet. So potentially if you're in a mobile home or a manufactured home or a very tightly insulated sealed home and you need this outside air combustion, the Teba is a great option. There are not a lot of cook stoves that actually have the outside air connection available, so this is a huge selling point for the TKS model. Now keep in mind, because this model is not UL listed, even though it has this outside air, it's not officially mobile home approved. You may be able to get an exception through your building inspector. Typically what they want to see for a cook stove to be mobile home approved is they want to see firstly this outside air, which the Teba has, but secondly they usually want to see the stove bolted to the floor. So that could easily be done through the bottom of the stove by opening up the front door. You can see right here, you could very easily drill through that sheet metal to be able to bolt the stove to the floor. However, again, you want to be sure to clear this with any type of building inspector. You can see the full panoramic glass viewing area. I want to take you guys inside the firebox so you can see this as well. These are the air tubes. This unit burns highly efficient, very hot and clean. It is just a steel grate in the bottom. This is going to be, again, your ash pan pull-out that you can see here. You can see these air tubes here. You can actually see them through the grate. So these air tubes coming out, these are the air tubes from inside the firebox. It actually literally pushes so much hot air out the front of the stove. So this one is really going to produce a nice amount of heat into the room. You can see inside the oven, this oven is enamel lined instead of stainless steel, which I actually honestly prefer because it's a lot easier to keep it clean. On the top of the stove, oh, here you can see the oven door is nicely gasketed as well. Here you can see the top of the stove. This is going to be your oven clean out. This area does get plenty hot for cooking as well. It is going to be a top vent 6-inch flue. And then again, this model is only available in black. Look at that beautiful big glass door. This is really a nice stove. So this is the Teba model TKS-15. If you guys like these videos, don't forget, give them a quick thumbs up. Click the subscribe button in the corner of the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Have a wonderful day.